Hey, and welcome to our keeper grades for this year. That was a beautiful intro by Zung. We might get that recorded so he doesn't have to play it every time. Very glad to be back.
It's the live show.
It is the live show.
You gotta play it live.
Yeah, and as of right now, I don't believe we have any viewers, so par for the course.
Yeah. We don't do it for them anyway.
No. Not even remotely do we do it for them.
Yeah, as we'll see whenever we start doing these wonderfully planned rankings.
I was going to say, we didn't even discuss a format or anything.
No, but it's been a long time since we talked about football.
Very long time. Very long time.
So, you want to just skip talking about football for a little bit?
Sure.
You know,
yeah.
I heard last
I'm already
year,
exhausted talking about football.
I heard last year people really enjoyed us reviewing pizza. I feel
I
like that
agree.
is the only thing that people actually tuned in for.
That is exactly what this is about.
And just like
reviewing pizza.
we want to make sure that our viewers, when they have a chance to eat pizza, eat the right pizza.
Right.
We also want to do the same thing with beer, I think.
Absolutely.
And so for the completely original segment and completely original name,
Completely.
we're going to do a little one-sip beer review.
What is that?
Bengali by
Bengali.
6 Point. Now, I have had this because we were going to do this on Sunday.
So you
And
crack-
it was
crack
it was
open.
originally going to be a completely unbiased review, but then I drank most of the rest of these.
Well, this is nice. This is new to me, and I feel inspired to do this after our little adventure to Pittsburgh
Oh, yeah.
the other weekend. But
Beer and football.
yeah,
What else goes
more on
together?
that.
Yep, so one sip. Everyone knows the rules.
Everybody knows the rules.
It's a little warmer than it was.
Yeah, we took a long time to prep this. Not too bad.
I like it.
Yeah,
I like it. Now, of course, I only took one sip,
everybody knows the
and I
rules.
drank the rest of them.
Right.
But, I don't know. I mean, it's hard to... This is the first review. You gotta be...
Can't set it too high.
you
Can't set it
the
too
bar
low.
too high.
Yeah. You set it too low, and then all of a sudden you realize like you drink a lot of shitty beers,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then there's nothing. Then you gotta
That's
rate
right.
everything.
Everything's
like
gonna be
twos
right
and-
around 5.
ones and twos.
So, I mean, that's highly drinkable. I'm gonna start... I'll start it.
Okay, go
All
for
right.
it. Go for it.
6.7.
I could get behind that. I agree. It would have been better if it was a little cold. Definitely should have left them in the fridge.
As an expert beer reviewer, I feel like a beer... If it's warm and it's still good, it must be really good beer.
This is true. I've never reviewed a beer before. On a number scale. I mean, I've said this is terrible or this is good.
It's my favorite beer review.
You said 6.7?
6.7.
I'm gonna give it a 6.6.
Ooh, all right. That's you got to. We're starting out
I
even.
got to start out.
What, we got about 16 weeks of this.
I know, right? Oh my god.
Well, that's 16 beers, and we're gonna find you. I mean, it's an IPA, so
Yeah.
I'm guessing we'll just stick with IPAs.
Yeah, I
We're
was
gonna
gonna
find
say,
you the best available IPA in Western Maryland.
I'm open to suggestions. We're open to suggestions, but that doesn't mean we're gonna use them. And also, IPAs only.
Yep, IPAs only.
So,
It's a good start, though. I like this beer.
but I wish I had a video like this the 2 weekends ago or whatever it was when we were in Pittsburgh and I got that strawberry banana fruit cake beer or whatever. Like that was absolute garbage.
Yeah, which I told you was a mistake
Yeah.
before you even tried it.
Yeah, no. Well,
Always
okay.
follow my advice. That's the rule here.
No, it was, ma'am, I'll have the fruitcake beer. She says, okay, walks over, and as she's doing this, I'm goes, oh, that's a terrible choice. Like, no backing out of it then. Thanks a lot, bud.
No problem.
Um,
$8 later, you learned a lesson.
Yeah, right. We haven't had anybody pop one yet, so we're just talking to ourselves. Of course, this will be on to watch later.
Yep.
But I would like Mary to at least get on to make sure we're actually streaming.
Yeah, that's true. Because this is the first time of the year. Mistakes have been made before.
Right.
Mistakes will be made again.
Right. We've made way too many mixtapes.
Mixtapes. We make mixtapes all the time.
The first one being is I'm so in a hurry to get ready, I forgot to even put my jersey on.
Oh, that's a FedEx jersey. I was thinking it was a Ravens jersey for a minute.
He's wearing my
terrible.
FedEx Cares shirt.
There we go. Leonard Fournette. At least your player's on the team.
You're wearing Matt
Ryan. Well, I mean, but he's not on my fantasy team.
Oh.
And has never been on my fantasy team.
But he's on.
But he is on my favorite team, and therefore is the right jersey to be wearing.
Mary claims there's 3 people watching.
Okay, good deal. Well, sorry for not talking about football yet.
There it is.
4.
Fucking.
We're getting record numbers.
YouTube changing up their layout. It's been 6 months since we've done
and we are in the new and improved Bland Sports Network studio.
Right. We're still moving in, as you can see. There's still shit laying around, but we got the big screen back there. We'll have ticker tape going in future videos.
Yeah, production value is about to go up.
Our viewers just dropped from 4 to 2. I love it. I love it.
Yep. Well, what do you think about those 2 viewers that just left? What does Earl Thomas think?
Let's check in with our sideline reporter, Earl Thomas.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he's not happy about it.
That's all right. I still think that it should show you who your viewers are.
I agree.
Since they're not
with us. They could message.
We know that it's not Austin.
Yeah,
because he'd be talking to us. He'd be talking to us. I believe it.
He'd be calling us live.
I think so. We have a new player. I don't know who it is.
Devin Miller. He is my brother's sister-in-law's husband, so it's my brother's brother-in-law.
Okay. I stopped caring a little while ago.
Right
after I said it, actually.
Extremely nice guy. To the point that I feel terrible leaving him with Mike's team.
Yeah, it's really bad.
I'm really going to miss Mike. But
for the second time.
Yeah, for the second time. He is the first person to leave twice.
Yeah.
So
at least he wanted to come back.
Yeah. Understandable.
Props, Mike. Love you.
Never give up ever. Follow your dreams. So, before...
Live your best life.
Right.
Just like Andrew Luck.
Oh, jeez. Life took the joy out of fantasy football for Mike Sallerson. He had to bow out, and I understand.
And I respect it. I would not boo him.
No, I would
never
not
boo him.
No, I'd burn his jersey, but I wouldn't boo him. I wouldn't burn his jersey. I got a Ray Rice jersey in the closet. I'm not burning any jerseys. I got an Adrian Peterson. Now I just need a Kareem Hunt jersey.
This is beautiful. So you are clean from a fantasy football perspective from the convict team, yet you own 2 of their jerseys.
I do. And counting.
Yep.
It's working on who knows what Leonard Fournette's going to get himself into when he's
a shady
injured
character.
and not doing anything in week 7.
Yeah.
With that said, do you want to talk about football?
Not really.
Yeah. Me either.
All right. Well, but we have a nice segue there. So Devin, welcome to the league. Your team sucks, and you are the worst team based off of keepers as of this moment.
Pump those brakes, bub.
Oh, sorry.
I don't have him worse.
Oh, come on.
But he's close.
Okay. That's fair enough.
He is close.
But I mean, rule number 1. So he set the keepers. Let's bring it up here on the screen. So he didn't pick up a good team.
No, it was terrible.
By any means, and it just got worse because Eric Ebron could have been okay.
Yeah.
But probably not anymore.
No.
Yeah.
No.
But so out of all these, he got to sign all of these contracts somehow. How bad was the team?
No. So the rule is. If you're a new person, you take over a team, you can drop any of the contracts without penalty.
Okay, fair enough.
However, if you keep any of those players that were under contract, you have to honor the existing contract.
Look at this. This is perfect. We're getting rules explanations
right.
live.
He chose to dump The entire team.
Okay.
There was not one contract worth keeping on this team, and I agree.
Yeah, and the thing is, he walked into it because he didn't sign any long-term contracts.
Right.
But the one problem that we will always have here,
always
on the business hour, which I don't even think we mentioned the whole
name. Well, we had it on the title card, in which the high tech show week 9.
Yeah.
Like from week 9 to week 16, we use that title card every single week.
And Austin, it is up to you to bring us up to date to the right year and maybe the right week. You don't even have to rip the week up. Just
he can't yet. We don't know the name of the league.
That's right.
We gotta wait for Cody.
Yeah. By the way.
Cody said he had some ideas, so we'll see. He also said he might actually watch this video if he remembered to, so he's not watching.
Well, but I just saw him like 2 hours ago. There's no way. There's no way that he didn't remember. But anyway,
he's not watching.
Yeah, we're sidetracking. And the thing is, like last year, we tried to not talk about Cody's team forever. We're going to talk about it
all the time,
nonstop. Yeah. Cody's team is pretty good, but defensive keepers we will always criticize.
Yeah.
And there's only one multiple offender of this left.
Right.
In the league.
It's.
And the thing is, if I looked at that team, maybe John Johnson is the best choice.
Well, he scored. He did score like 310.
Okay.
Like I don't know if I would have kept him for 2 years, but I didn't really give Devin any kind of heads up on it.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
But at the same time. The Ebron contract is unfortunate because it was prior to Andrew Luck, and there's nothing we can do about it. But Ingram, Fitzgerald, and Trubisky, all 1-year deals. I think that's good because Fitzgerald and Ingram could both be done next year, and Trubisky, if he is good, you can franchise him, whatever.
Yeah, fair enough. So the length of contract is fine.
Yeah.
The people you have to put under contract is terrible. And therefore, I'm rating you number 16 out of 16. And Justin apparently has not. So
yeah, I don't have you at number 16.
Who are we going with at number 16 then, Justin?
For me, number 16, in which I give letter grades. Number 16 at a D-, the lowest in the league, is my Dixie Wrecked.
I hope not.
Yeah, like that team. Yeah, well, and also Jimmy's team. That team is complete garbage.
Yeah, it's not good.
Like Cam Newton, sure, if he wasn't injured, but like Aguilar, Crowder, Mike Williams, Jerick McKinnon, like he doesn't have a number 1 on his team.
No, he doesn't. That's the thing. Like Jerick McKinnon, at the time that he signed that contract, looked like he was going to get a workload, and then he tore his ACL. Which actually, now that I think about that, I wonder why he didn't get a chance to drop him.
Because he was on the IR. He wasn't inactive. Like
okay.
Unfortunately, the IR does not excuse you from a contract.
Okay, fair enough.
As I have dealt with many times.
Yeah, didn't you have 2 on IR?
Oh my God, I had 3 on IR.
That's why I traded you for Keenan Allen, and then I didn't keep him.
Yeah.
And now Chris has him.
Yeah, that was great.
That was terrible. But the thing is, like, and here's the beauty of this league. Like, I was thinking I might be able to pick up Mike Williams in round 2. But I can't.
Yeah, he's a keeper. He's a keeper. There's a couple players like that. I was like, they'll be like a 3rd or 4th round pick, and I'm like, oh fuck, they're a keeper. They're on somebody's team from the get go.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. But that is a terrible team, and I ranked them at number 15.
So
I don't know my alphabet, so I didn't know any letters.
It is fitting because I ranked Devin at number 15, so we flip-flop there. So
and therefore, averaged out, you both suck.
Right.
You both suck. But you have a chance because I think Jimmy picked up some extra draft picks and stuff with some things he did last year.
Yeah. I will say real quick, Jimmy was a D-, Devin's a D. Devin excused from the new rule that I've implemented this year that if you keep a defensive player, automatic letter grade. Like I'm deducting an entire letter grade.
Which brings us to our number 14. I think we agree on this one.
I don't think we do.
Damn it. This is why we prepare.
Yeah, we didn't prepare at all.
This is why we prepare.
Who do you got at 14?
Well, I like the kid.
He's a sweet kid.
He's a good guy. He's in my division, which is, the most excellent of divisions. Mostly because I'm in it. But my boy, the Nightwings, Austin Lee, He always has a defensive keeper. He loves
Every
Justin Houston.
single year.
And the thing is, in the end, I guess Justin Houston, who was one of his favorite defensive players, went to his favorite team. And maybe this is why he did not get rid of that contract. But,
Yeah, but
he might not even be starting.
Yeah,
I don't even know at this point. But, I mean, the thing is, it's probably better at this point to have a defensive Indianapolis player than it is to have an offensive Indianapolis player.
You know, I'm making a change here. I am putting Austin at number 14.
There you go.
Well, you know what? Because I forgot about a very important aspect of this. We grade
this is going.
we grade on 2 criteria. We grade on what your keepers are and the decisions you made with your keepers. His keepers, minus Justin Houston, they're
okay.
they're like a B- range. You throw in the Justin Houston, drops to a C-. However, you start to factor in the decision making, that drops you down to a D.
Okay.
Because you traded a draft pick for Kuechly.
Which draft pick?
Like a number 2.
Oh my gosh.
You traded a 2 for Kuechly, and then you wouldn't even give
wait.
up a 3 to keep him.
Yeah, so that he
For
would have lost
Houston.
his second and third
And
round
third-
pick
well,
to keep Kuechly.
Yeah.
How do you even say that name?
Kuechly?
I don't know.
Kuechly?
He'll know. He has his
I don't
jersey.
know. Yeah, he's got his jersey. And he's going to draft him in the 4th round, and he's going to wear the jersey. And
He
we're all
won't get
gonna,
a chance to.
And we're all going to make fun of him.
He got all upset last year because Kuechly got picked in the second round.
That's right.
And he was going to pick him a pick later, and then he threw his jersey around in anger.
right.
That he pulled from some hidden orifice.
I still don't know where that jersey came from.
I was
I don't
next
want
to
to
him.
know.
But all of a sudden there was a jersey in my face, and he was all mad.
But those decisions were piss poor. Not to mention, like, T.Y. Hilton ends up being a very bad pick now. I mean, I know it was a franchise, and he probably didn't have anybody much better. Ezekiel Elliott, who knows what the hell's going on with that guy.
Top 3 overall pick, but
right, if
might
he
not
plays.
play.
Yeah,
might not play.
I mean, he's going to play, but it's a matter of when and how he is when he. I hope he gets injured in week 1. I'm so done. I'm so. Not only so I'm a Cowboys fan and an Ohio State fan. He should be like a guy that I love. I fucking can't stand him. It's not like Eddie George when Eddie George played for Dallas. I got that jersey.
Yeah.
But no, I'm not getting a fucking Ezekiel Elliott jersey. That's for sure.
Yeah. You don't want to eat.
No, I hate
You don't
3-yard gain. Well, get up. What a fucking douche. God, I hate that kid. Anyway,
it must be fun to watch the Cowboys.
I could spend the rest of this video bitching about Ezekiel Elliott, so I prefer if
we move on. Okay, that's
move
fine.
past it, please.
The one thing about Austin is he tends to be competitive.
Yeah,
we're putting him at 14.
Good
I don't expect him to stay there.
No, good enough to be in the playoffs.
Yeah,
not good enough to do anything.
The thing
in
is,
the playoffs.
the person who was made fun of the most for being kept was Marlon Mack, and now once again,
I know.
We had an offense. He did pretty good last year and was setting up to do pretty good this year. We are judging. I mean,
so
obviously,
it's
easy to judge. Andrew Luck to Jacoby Brissett is a huge downgrade.
Right.
They still could be fun.
Yeah, I know.
They still could be fun.
I know.
All right, we're done with you, Austin.
All right, moving on.
Hey, look, Cody's back.
Hey, Cody.
Hey.
I know it has been a year.
It has been a year.
With that said,
we're not going to talk about your team for a while.
Right. Unfortunately,
but we're going to talk about it.
Yeah, we're actually going to mention it this time, but you got to stick around.
That's right.
So, wait, hold on a second. I actually heard that there is some practice footage of Jacoby at Colts practice this week. Let's see.
Oh
God. What a throw. What a garbage throw.
What do you think about a 14-yard completion? I think that was actually, it looked like spiral-ish.
We'll see.
Just don't get in range of the hands and you'll be fine.
Right.
Yeah.
So who you got rolling in number 13?
I got another just lovely human being.
Sweet guy.
Yeah, sweet guy. He's always been so bad.
Oh,
fantasy.
my God.
The thing is, I say that and he's won championships.
I'm
going with old Tim Myzak. And the reason why... the thing is, okay, so it was based off of the fact that Lamar Miller was on the team at the time.
Okay.
Devin Funchess, I don't like. Didn't like before the Andrew Luck news. Don't like now. Matt Ryan, obviously, I love having the jersey on. But
Whatever.
In the end, I just did not like this group of keepers. And as I'm going to be a hypocrite right now, I think 11 people kept quarterbacks.
Yeah, it was a lot.
I hate,
it's going to be... Yeah.
I hate the keeping the quarterback in this
We
setup.
both
and
do,
we
and
both
we both
have
did.
quarterbacks. However... So I criticize myself for that, as I will explain later. But the thing is, in the end, if I look at his team, I'm pretty sure I remember it not being good.
Yeah.
And therefore, this is probably the best that he could do. So keeper from a choice standpoint, he got stuck with Le'Veon Bell not playing last year, and maybe he'll come back to form. But do you know who he picked? Or he kept in place of Lamar Miller since there's been a torn ACL since these keepers.
Right, yeah. So, again, I forgot to update. Things have been a little hectic, but I already posted about Jeff dropping Andrew Luck for Copper Cup. And
the Moscow Mule.
The Moscow Mule. And shout out to Jordan Lutz. I believe that was the
that
original.
I steal a lot of Jordan stuff.
I love it.
Yeah.
But Tim, I actually talked to him today. He's dropping Lamar Miller, no penalty, for Eckler. So he's going to be keeping Eckler for 2 years. Once we wrap up and Zum gets the fuck out of my house, I'll try to update the website.
Hey.
So hopefully tomorrow morning. No, I'm just fucking with it. So I'll try to get that updated. I got so much to do. I got to go over the awards still. I haven't even updated the website for the awards for like 2 years.
Oh, we got about 4 days, 5 days? 5 days.
It's gonna be
5 days.
It's gonna be tough.
All right.
So
actually, now with Austin Eckler in there, you got 2 potential good running backs.
Right.
But that's relying on contract issues.
And Le'Veon Bell.
And Le'Veon Bell being what he used to be before he took a year off.
Though I will say, Tim and I had a talk about Le'Veon Bell and him franchising him. Obviously, you have to.
Yeah.
But Tim's idea of that franchise, I like. I'm not going to go into details because it was told to me in private, but we'll see what happens.
Okay. Good enough. I can guess.
I actually did not put him at 13th.
Okay.
But I did have him at 12th. I had him at a C rating.
Okay.
However, we'll talk about your 12th and my 13th at the same time because I believe it's going to be the same person.
Okay.
Another really nice guy.
He's a super nice guy.
Dylon's
team.
Yeah.
Super innovative with that team name.
Dylan's
also a member of our division.
Right.
Stay strong.
Your division is so
good.
bad.
It's so good.
So bad.
Man, that's the one differing opinion we have.
right. I'm sure. You elevate it so much.
It's so good, and that's why it's so hard to win.
Right. Because
I never made the playoffs because of it. It's like I'm playing in the AFC West, all right, and everyone else is playing in the AFC, whatever the hell the Patriots are in.
Right.
You got these studs at number 14 and number 12.
It's unfair.
Yep.
It is so unfair.
But Dylan, heck of a guy. And I actually, holy shit, there's another person I thought I'd get in the second round.
Which one?
Emmanuel Sanders.
Yeah, no. Not only are you not getting him in the second round.
I'm not getting him for the next 3 years.
You're not getting him for 3 years, bud.
Actually, the thing is, I think overall, when we did these rankings last year, I was just a bystander.
Jordan and I spent like an hour and a half prepping, and you showed up and just sat behind us.
That team sucks.
Said your 2 cents.
Which is how this all started.
Speaking of which, very, very sad that Jordan can't make this year. We did everything we could trying with scheduling, and
we were going to run out of time.
Yeah.
We were going to run out of time. But I have talked to him today, actually. I've talked to everyone today.
Nice.
I don't talk to anyone, but I talked to Jordan today. And he said that this week did not work, but he is going to man up and stay up late.
Yes.
And come to some
of
these.
I love it.
Some of these.
I love it. That's all I need.
Yep.
I just need a little Jordan in my life.
Yep. I mean, heck, a lot of this attitude that I have comes from Jordan. My brother from another mother.
Right.
But yeah, so Dylan, I think when I look at this, we're looking at we're only at team 12. This is a halfway decent team.
Right. Based on keepers, the league is actually looking to be extremely competitive.
Yep. I mean,
the bottom 4 are a little iffy, but Dylan's team.
It's not terrible.
Yeah, not terrible.
He drafted well last year. I think he made a couple trades to get picks this year.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he had... I remember he had the running back for Green Bay, and he got rid of him for a pick.
Yeah, and he's got an extra first and an extra fifth-round pick this year.
I remember. See, because I remember last year you guys were crapping on Dylan, and I was like, I think he's got potential.
I know. And based on standings, we were right. And you were right. but still.
Fair enough.
But still.
Yep.
The only question mark that I would put on that team, well, I had two of them, Kyle Rudolph and Derek Carr.
Yeah.
Rudolph, he dropped a little last year. I don't think he's going to keep it up this year. Derek Carr, let's see. Let me watch Hard Knocks tonight.
Yeah, actually,
when you leave, and I might bump him up.
See, actually, I thought about suggesting that we just watch Hard Knocks and live stream our reactions to it, because I thought that would be hilarious. But
I love Hard Knocks, but every year I end up reaching so hard on players that
you're gonna pick Darren Waller.
Yeah,
you're gonna pick Darren Waller.
He's gonna be
calling it right now.
Gonna be my number one tight end.
Yep.
In the 8th round.
But you already have a tight end on your team.
That's true, because Waller's the 25th ranked. I had a draft the other day, and Scott Sherman was in.
Okay.
In our league, Bringing the Chowder.
Bringing the Chowder.
He drafted Waller and Renfro within 3 rounds of each other. I was like, somebody's watching Hard Knocks.
Watching Hard Knocks.
He claims that he wasn't. He was like, well, I mean, Renfro went to school not too far from where I'm at, and I've been following him, and Waller, he's just he's going to be great.
So where's Ty Johnson going in this draft? Round 1? Probably. To a Lee brother.
That kid's not even going to make the team. Actually, I think
he actually did, because they got rid of Theoretic, and he's going to play. But anyway, so Dylan's team, better than it was last year, and still number 12.
Yeah, number 13 in my book, C-, but room for improvement, especially depending on how Sanders and Ridley play.
Yeah, that's what it's 2 WR2s.
Yeah, so
a potential RB1.
If one of those WR2s becomes puts up WR1 numbers,
decent team.
Yeah, but Joe Flacco's not getting it done. That's my big issue with Sanders.
Joe Flacco loves to just chuck the ball down the field.
Jesus Christ, he's so bad. I had Torrey Smith long enough to know that that's not the fucking case.
Fair enough.
Anyway.
And you love the Ravens so much.
I will never have a Raven ever again.
And guess what? I'm going to go ahead and round up number 11 with the last member of my division.
That's funny. I have him 10.
Yeah, so we're close.
So we're close.
Yeah, we're going to go with another very... Well, the thing is, we think he's a nice person, but we are suspicious. He didn't keep him, but he has a love for Ben Roethlisberger.
He does.
He will probably end up on his team again.
He does.
Most likely. Because I won't pick him.
I just hope that his obsession with Ben Roethlisberger is only through fantasy football.
Yeah, I hope so.
So we'll see.
So in the end, I think that he took a step back. That's the reason I ranked him so low.
Yeah.
Last year he was, I think, top 4 of keepers, and that's the difficult part of this league. You have players, you can't keep them all.
Right.
In this case, he was able to franchise Antonio, who, with Oakland has had all of his drama.
We'll have to watch Hard Knocks tonight.
Yeah, we don't know. There could be something. And the thing is, in the end, he could have the volume to still be at WR1.
Yeah.
So who knows? But in the end, now this year he has Allen Robinson, and he took the chance on Ballage and Geis. And so this could all work out very nicely for him. I don't like Miami's offense in general. I mean, I don't think anyone does.
Yeah.
I think they're the least exciting team in the NFL at this point. They'll provide some drama.
I'm still going to call him Ballage.
Yeah.
But
you want to get the Ballage?
Got to get the Ballage.
Yeah.
If Ballage plays out, that's a good pick. Darius Geis, though, I have been making fun of Ben, and another keeper league that we're both in. he posted his keepers, and he posted one of them, and then he goes, "Okay, my second keeper is going to be Geis," in a Facebook group, and all I did was the laughing reaction on Facebook, and he goes, "Well, since Ramsey laughed at me, I think I'm going to change my mind." He changed his mind, which is great.
All it took was an emoji.
Yeah, so
I didn't know.
So
we do live in a sensitive time.
I'm definitely all in on Big Whoop's team falling apart. And also, like, Antonio Brown, I think, is a terrible person to have on your team. Bad for morale. He's not going to do what everybody thinks he's going to do.
He's going to wear a helmet
and play football well.
Yeah. But his business is booming.
Mark my words. Anybody that has Antonio Brown on their team has zero chance of winning anything.
Fair enough.
So because of that, because of the Antonio Brown situation, Big Whoop 4-12 or
we're starting the prediction show. We're starting the prediction show.
3-10. You heard it here first. Mark it down.
Wait, what are you? Is it week? We don't finish the thing in week 13.
Yeah, we do. Because 14, 15, 16 is the playoffs and championship.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
3-10.
3-10, you heard it here first.
So
mark it down. Antonio Brown sucks. Nobody should want Antonio Brown on their team. He will be the downfall.
He's still not a bad keeper.
But I haven't watched Hard Knocks yet.
Yeah. But the thing is, Antonio Brown's upside is worth the franchise tag. I will put that out there. The rest of the team is my question marks. What led to number 11 on this list? So
he was. Oh yeah, he was 10 for me. He was 11 for you.
So who's your 11?
C+ was his rating. My 11 is Gothic Assholes.
We're starting to separate here.
Oh boy. Let me get to him. I'll tell you exactly why. I think this is the weakest keepers that he's had in the last 4 years.
Well, it's kind of funny. So the only thing I ever remember about his keepers is he had 3 stud receivers.
Right. Not anymore. This is the weakest keepers that he's had in 3 years. I'm not high on Drew Brees. I think Drew Brees is a 14. A 13-14. And then Odell Beckham is easily his best keeper. I think he's going to have a huge year. I think Baker Mayfield's going to have a great year. Jordan Howard wouldn't want him on my team. Not even as a keeper, flyer, whatever you want to call it.
Now I'm looking at this. I don't know.
Aaron,
the other teams must suck too.
Yeah,
that's all I can say.
Aaron Jones, okay, but if something happens to Aaron Rodgers, that whole offense is going to fall apart again. I have no faith in that offense anymore. And Aaron Rodgers is shaping up to be a turd. A turd of a human being.
Yeah. But he is not a convict, so...
It's true. So he's still worthy of having on your team.
Yeah, he's still worthy of having your team, Mary.
And then Jared Cook, I don't see him doing anything with Drew Brees.
So here's, on the old tight end position, he's still worthwhile to have as a tight end, which is, I believe, why I have him ranked higher than this. But as I look at this team, I don't want Jordan Howard either.
Yeah, no.
But the other players I would want on a team, not my team.
Right. I would want Drew Brees if there was a run of quarterbacks and I was stuck taking the 14th one.
That's what I mean. The thing is, he is on the side of his career that they've gone run heavy.
Right.
It's fair enough. I think that is good because there's a lot of quarterbacks that I would rather have on my team than Drew Brees. However, it's a nostalgia thing because Drew Brees has won me championships, and that was a decade ago, and now he's 40 years old and he's still playing football.
And I will say, it's easy to look back at it now because we know 11 teams that kept quarterbacks.
Yeah,
something stupid like that.
Yeah,
knowing that 11 people kept quarterbacks. Drew Brees is probably, I don't know. I almost he's one of the worst of the quarterbacks that were kept.
At least, so actually, I need to go back to old Smack by these boys, and he didn't keep Dak Prescott, which is a benefit.
But he kept Trubisky. Yeah. I think Trubisky's better than Prescott fantasy wise,
and he did better last year.
And to be honest, I think Trubisky might be the only quarterback worse than Drew Brees that was kept, other than maybe Russell Wilson, depending on which one shows up. Then again, there is Cam Newton, but that was prior to injury. So
yeah, and that's not even determined how bad that injury is.
Right.
He is in a walking boot. That's never a good sign.
It's an accessory. The guy accessorizes.
That's right. He does like his sunglasses.
So, Gothic Assholes, number 11, C+. That's what I got him rated at.
Okay. For some reason, I put him at number 8, so let's see what these other teams look like. Next in line
Did you give your 10?
Number 10, I have the Gazpacho.
Oh, boy.
Bring in the chowder.
The old stew.
Yep. And the thing that's funny about this is, so his keepers aren't great. I think he's got a good shot because he's got 2 first-round picks. One of them is mine. And the other one, he can go ahead and pick up the receiver that I traded him that first-round pick for.
Right.
So I think he's got a good shot. And the thing is, his keepers are okay if it weren't for Melvin Gordon. And Derrick Henry in this league, like, I like Derrick Henry. I kept him for 3 years. That's why he's on this thing. But it's just, he had that ridiculous finish to the year, and he is well worth keeping in this league. It's just the format with 2 points per reception. It's hard to get it.
Yeah, like, I love the idea of doubling up with quarterback wide receiver. You'll see that in my team. I like Watson if he can stay healthy. Yeah. Will Fuller, I mean, he's the number 2, but with Watson healthy, Fuller was putting up like low-end wide receiver 1 numbers.
Right, because he gets 3 receptions for 180 yards.
Right, exactly. The big question mark for me on this team, Demaryius Thomas.
Yeah.
Because if Tom Brady's Tom Brady, Demaryius Thomas could be... I mean, it's not going to be to that extent because Brady's older and it's not going to happen. But it could be that resurgence like Randy Moss. Like, that's
not the type of game they play anymore.
I know, but they don't have Gronk. There's going to be volume.
They're going to run the ball a million times.
They have 700 running backs. But it's going to open it up.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
and Tom Brady is accurate as fuck. So he may only get 8 targets, but he's going to catch 6 of them for, 80 yards and a touchdown or 2.
But he's only going to catch them like 4 yards from the line of scrimmage.
I don't know. I think we disagree on it, but at the same time,
and Edelman's going to catch all those balls anyway.
Wow, he's going to catch all the 4-yard ones. But that's why this is a big question mark for me.
Yeah,
because he could go the other way if Brady pulls a Peyton Manning and is just fucking done this year.
Yeah. Well, and the thing is, Demaryius Thomas was a pickup of a trade of a.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, it's a contract that was remaining. He probably didn't have anyone else better to keep.
Yeah.
Fine with keepers. I just I feel bad for him because I mean Melvin Gordon on that team takes this thing up probably 6 spots, solid. So, best of luck to you. I mean you got good draft picks. So
see,
last year I don't think he drafted until like round 10.
No, yeah, he traded like all of his picks away the year before. But he's the opposite. He's got a lot this year.
Yeah. So
he's got.
From a keeper standpoint, I got you low, but I think that
he's got an extra 1 and an extra 2 this year.
I think you got potential.
I've got him at number 9, so I got him a spot ahead of you at a B-.
Okay, fair enough. I think the thing is, I think it could be a really good team, and I think that with who he will be able to add to it, it will be a good team.
I agree.
And luckily, it's not in my division.
so. And then we talked about my 10, big whoop. So then, who was your 9?
The other Lee brother.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
So Jeff
in the battle of the Lee brothers
from
keepers, Jeff wins this year. I think he actually has won all the years.
I think all but the first year that we did the keeper grades because
Austin had a good team at one point.
He confronted me at a church league softball game. It was like, I can't believe you rated me so low. And then at that point on, Jordan and I were like, we got to do this every year.
Yeah, because someone paid attention.
Yeah, because Jeff got upset. We got to do this every year.
Yeah. So let's look at this again though, because he traded out Andrew Luck, surprise retirement.
Yeah.
For the Copper Cup, right?
Yes.
Okay. So he's got 4 receivers. Now, this is the setup that Gothic Assholes had forever.
Yeah.
Those are 4 legitimate receivers, Cortland Sutton being the least legitimate
of
those.
Ugh.
Yeah, but in the end, those are 4 solid wide receiver options in this league and 1 running back. But I still have never liked that setup because I feel like you have to have that second running back that is going to see something because you might not be able to pick someone who is going to have something.
The problem is, the draft's not there. the players in the draft just aren't going to be there. So the problem he runs into is while his wide receiver's really good, he maybe has a single true number one in Juju, but that it's still left to be seen what Juju's going to do as the number one.
Yeah, that's true.
And then on top of that, Sutton, I put as a 3 just because Joe Flacco. I have no faith whatsoever. But Thielen and Kupp,
they
have high ceilings,
and they have a lot of targets.
Yeah, and they have high ceilings for wide receiver 2s.
Yep.
But I wouldn't put either of them as a stud wide receiver 1.
And Thielen kind of proved it a little bit last year, so I mean, I don't know.
We'll see.
He got paid. He got the bag, as they say.
Yeah.
So I mean, Chris Carson, I know you don't like him. I think he's fine. I mean,
I don't like him because I need Russell Wilson and Tyler Lockett to have a great year.
Yeah, but that's he's going to get volume because Pete Carroll loves him.
Yeah.
So until he gets hurt, I mean, I had him his rookie year and he broke his leg in the first game. So
right.
I don't like him, but
what a turd.
But I think he's fine. I mean, he's like 7th round pick too.
Yeah.
That's your running backs these days.
I know.
That's your running
It's
backs.
crazy.
All right, I'm done with you, Jeff Lee.
So that was 9 for you. Jeff was actually 8 for me at a B-.
Okay.
And so I think what we ended up doing, I flip-flopped Gothic Assholes with whoever you have at 8.
Yep. Well, I have Gothic Assholes at 8.
Yeah. So.
Yep. So that's my 8 is Gothic Assholes, and now that I look at it, I kind of like Jeff's team better.
Yeah.
But that was before Andrew Luck. I think I gave him the downgrade for a quarterback, I feel like I want to do, and then I also downgrade myself for a quarterback.
Right. So we already talked about Rodney. We can move on from him. So then, who you got at 7?
One of my favorite fantasy football players of all time.
No,
it's not the same.
Not me. I thought you were talking about me.
Oh no, you're not there yet, buddy.
Oh boy.
It's old Slim.
Slim.
The man who loves his picture.
We're back
to be
on
taken.
pace.
Yeah.
I got Slimmer at 7 also.
Yep. That Slimmer's he's a heavyweight in the old whatever this league is called now.
The fruits and nuts to be determined, because we don't know.
Yeah, but Slimmer was the only one to leave it to be determined for the entire season. Yeah. What a little punk. But he ends up here because Kareem Hunt. I mean, that's the only reason.
Yeah.
I don't like Kirk Cousins as a keeper.
I don't like Joe Mixon.
And
he's going to be good.
Joe Mixon is the MVP, one of them, of the convict team.
I just don't like
Kareem Hunt would have been the MVP of the convict team, but he didn't get to play the whole year. Right. So, I mean, that speaks to Slimmer's character, of course.
Of course.
He won't watch this. So
he's not going to watch any of this. Kirk Cousins, big downgrade. I hate Cousins. And I hate Mixon. I know he's going to produce. But Kareem Hunt and Cousins is what puts him at 7.
Yeah.
I think you take that quarterback off, and if Kareem Hunt wasn't suspended, or if he was replaced with even an RB2 that was playing all year.
Yeah, but he stuck with him because he would have to lose a first
round pick. Yeah. I give him. I would have bumped him probably to 4.
With a reasonable keeper that wasn't Kareem Hunt.
Yeah.
Okay,
but,
fair enough. And then he's stuck with Kirk Cousins kind of too if you don't want to lose draft picks, but a 3rd round pick to keep somebody. But I guess he made it to semifinal. No. It was I took him out in the 1st round playoffs. That's right.
B minus for Slimmer.
Yeah, I had to remember what I did last year.
had to re.
Yeah. So, but I mean, he put up a fight. Anyway, next.
What you got?
Just for funds.
Oh shit.
Just for funds. Look at that. Maybe it's just because you're here.
We're definitely.
I don't feel like making you feel bad.
Well, I've got myself here.
Okay.
But we can talk about Just for Funds now because I have Just for Funds 5.
Okay, and we just flip-flopped that. I got you 5.
Okay, so
Just for Funds, I think he improved a lot from last year. The only reason he's here is because of Greg Olsen, who, when he signed, the thing with Greg Olsen for the longest time, if he could stay healthy, and if Cam Newton could stay healthy.
It's a stud every year.
Yeah, that's right. And then he wasn't. Because
right.
because poor Jordan can't pick a tight end to save his life.
Just for tight ends.
Yeah, that's right.
A moniker that he's been carrying for 12 years. I think with Diggs and Cooper and Edelman, he possibly goes into the draft with the best wide receivers.
Probably.
And Dalvin Cook, is going to have a huge year, and they expect to run the hell out of him
until he tears his ACL.
Yeah, again.
Yep. But he picked him off of who was it? Big Whoop had him.
Big Whoop, yeah, the trade.
And Big Whoop is now way down at number 11.
Right.
And Just for Fun's jumped him.
But yeah, I got Just for Fun's at 5, but I think if you replace Greg Olson with somebody, he might be 3. Definitely 4, but...
I agree. I think that you get a second running back there.
Yeah.
And if it was a running back that had any value at all,
yeah,
then he jumps a couple spots.
Yeah, he's a B+ in my rating, A- to an A if you flip-flop Olsen for anybody.
Yep, agreed.
So let's get to the best part of this video. And
talk about
my team.
Yay, that's what I have you at 5, so this is fair.
So I had me at a solid B, and it was because of Russell Wilson. I expect big things out of Godwin, and I'm just praying about the rest of the team.
Well, I think that you have much more potential than you had last year, and this is you at number 5 is all about potential because these are people who have not yet produced at an elite level except for your quarterback, who did not do it last year.
Yeah,
and Leonard Fournette, who did not do it last year.
Right. I think
so. You need 2 to return to form. You need 3 to live up to the hype that they are getting because Tyler Lockett's now the number 1 receiver on the team, and Chris Godwin is now the number 2 receiver on the team.
But he's
that throws 700 times.
They're going to throw the ball. If Hunter Henry can live up to his potential.
Until he tears his ACL. In week 2.
He could be huge. If Fournette returns to form his rookie season, then I'm like 2 players away from being competitive.
Fair enough. And you have the number 4 overall pick, so there's potentially 1.
If I could add like a wide receiver 1 or a running back 1 with that number 4 pick, I'm going to be so happy.
Probably add a running back. Looking at that lineup,
that's the problem. Like the running backs in the draft, like David Johnson's going to go number 1,
maybe,
and then there's nobody.
Well, he's not going to make number 4. I'll say that.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, one way or another, he's not coming to me.
Yep.
But we'll see.
That's all right. I think. Last year, I'm pretty sure that's like a 7 or so jump from last year, if I remember right. So yeah. You're trending in the right direction to win your first.
I'm excited.
Championship.
I'm sure. So, Crabtree and who the 2 final pieces this time? Crabtree or a Ravens player will never be on my team.
But he's playing for that high octane Arizona offense now.
God, no. Fuck no. God, I'm so glad I traded him. I traded him to Smack by these boys. Yeah. God, what a terrible. And Kamar Aiken. That was my other look. I was so excited.
Was your first overall pick.
Never a Baltimore Raven player ever again.
I remember how happy you were that he was still there in round 5 when you first got to pick that year.
This is my first pick, and I was like, "There's no way he's making it to 5." Yeah. I had him as my number 1 ranked wide receiver, in the draft. And he scored 80 points that year. So bad. God, thanks for bringing up that memory.
No problem. Good job, Cody. Way to be.
I'm sure they do.
Oh, okay. So we're to number 4.
Number 4.
And I have your better half at number 4.
Aw. I don't.
Okay.
I got straight cash, homie.
Straight cash, homie.
Straight cash, homie.
He did take a big step back. We just asked him. He was number 1 without a doubt last year.
Yeah,
without a doubt. He had 4. Actually, I think all of them might have been top 15 picks. Overall.
They're Earl Thomas. Yeah, that is true. Our sideline report. Let's check in with Earl Thomas and let's see how he feels about being our Baltimore Ravens sideline reporter this year. Oh, he likes it.
He likes it. They paid him.
yeah.
They gave him the bag.
Finally.
Yeah. He thought he was going to be a Chief.
Yeah.
Oh well.
What about Jadeveon Clowney going to be a Dolphin?
Is that official yet?
I don't know. That's up in the air. So looking at straight cash,
irrelevant,
right? one of like, I got to talk to him about this. It somehow slipped through, but he still had Josh Gordon under contract, and Gordon was never not active and is activated and on the team. So we're going to have to figure out what we're going to do because he kept DJ Moore for 4 years. So he's either going to have to lose a draft pick or get rid of DJ Moore and keep Gordon for a year. But we're going to have to talk that out because I don't know how that slipped through the cracks.
Well, he was on Scott's team.
Right,
And
yeah.
I think
but they traded.
Yeah, I think that on your board it was still showing him on Scott's team.
I had it updated. Like I keep an Excel spreadsheet that I update as the season goes. So I had it correct.
Yeah, and he definitely had
just,
one year
missed
left.
it. Yeah.
So. But we give Chris a lot of shit, but he's my only fellow Falcons fan.
I know.
So
whatever.
Yeah, it's all right. I mean, this team is still good. It's just that Todd Gurley being so questionable and being the only running back left on a team that used to have Todd Gurley and David Johnson.
Right.
I mean, there's nothing you can do about that. I mean, Julio Jones, obviously the controversy has to continue. So, and in the end, I mean, I would make that pick 100 times.
Yeah,
I would take Julio over David Johnson. So, I think that's fine. Obviously, basically, he's picked up my scraps here. I got Travis Kelce. Because, it was really important for me to keep LaShawn McCoy last year, so I didn't need Travis Kelce on that team.
God. That's...
I made that decision at, 0
minutes. 0 hour.
Yeah.
To be honest, I think that decision cost you your championship last year.
Might have. No, Nick Foles cost me my championship last year.
Yeah, that's right. Only
Nick Foles can take down Tom Brady and Ryan Zumbrun.
That's true.
That's the only person out there.
The Gordon Moore thing, either way, if Gordon plays, I think it's a wash. But the Todd Gurley is what puts him at 4 and not in the top 3. If it weren't for the Todd Gurley situation, he'd be top 3 easy.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
But
he's still got a first round pick. So
yeah.
That's useful.
So you had Tree Stump at 4.
Yep.
I've got her at 3.
And I have myself at 3.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
So you can...
I'm modest.
I see that. Well, then we can talk about Tree Stump. You're 4, my 3. I got her ranked at an A-.
Yep.
Robbie Anderson's the only thing I hate about this team.
Yeah.
And I hate it. So bad.
But she had him on a keeper contract. You don't like Aaron Rodgers.
No.
But as a person.
Yeah.
But as a fantasy quarterback. But yeah, I mean, the thing is she's got a legit number 1 running back, obviously. Maybe the number 1
the number 1 running back.
And then she's got a legit number 1 receiver.
Possibly the number 1 wide receiver.
That's right. And so then it's just a matter if she got 2 WR2s, is Robbie Anderson really a WR2? If not, he's a WR3, and that's where he is on her team.
Right. Which isn't terrible. She definitely made a great move keeping Kenny Golladay. She dropped... Who did she drop? Montgomery. Ty Montgomery. Gave up a 3rd-round pick to keep Kenny Golladay, in which I think Golladay goes in the 1st round if he's available.
In our league.
Yeah. So, a 3rd-round pick for Golladay, that's a good choice.
Yeah. Give up draft picks all day.
yeah, exactly.
My number 1 draft pick for next year is on the trading block.
Already?
Yeah.
All right, so I've got her at 3. You had her at 4. So then, you've got yourself at 3.
Yep.
Okay.
I put Straight Cash Homie number 2. That's the thing. Last year, I think I'm just jaded by last year's keeper situation, and everyone else has come up closer to him this year.
Gotcha.
But the thing is, he's got legitimate keepers. It's not.
Yeah.
I still can't believe that the year that Keenan Allen, that he picked him up last year, he lasted to the end of the 1st round.
I know.
I don't understand that.
I know.
I thought I was going to be able to pick him that year, and Chris had to jump in. But that's all right. He's legitimate number 1 receiver. Julio Jones, obviously, a legitimate number 1 receiver. So that's why I keep him there, just because he has shown to be a good team in the past.
Right.
And one that I don't want to play.
Right. Luckily, he's not in your division.
That's right. We've unfortunate.
Talked about your division so being terrible. Yeah. My number 2 is actually the ultralight team. Yeah, that means your number 1, Zom.
Hey, we get to talk about you, Cody.
But we're going to talk about Cody. Yeah, Cody's hung around. He's been one of our 4 watching. For those of you that have hung around, thank you. Cody, the other 3 people, they all hung around because they enjoy the show. They weren't selfish like you and only hung around because you had to wait to get to your team.
Yeah, we're going to drop the 3 viewers immediately when we get done talking about this team.
Right.
Remember last year, it was just... And this team would be good in any other league. But in this league, we have Chris Miller.
Right.
But this year, I mean, the thing is, he went from... He's got another one. He's got 2 legit number 1 receivers. He's got a legit number 1 running back and a legit number 2 running back.
Yeah.
And he's got them locked up for a long time. So...
It's unfortunate.
Yeah, so he's going to be franchising DeAndre Hopkins for the rest of our lives.
Well, but here's the thing.
He doesn't have a quarterback left because he's broken in half.
Ty Johnson is going to win the starting job for the Detroit Lions.
Well, Ty Johnson will be a first-round pick in our league.
No, right?
To a Lee brother.
Right. Somebody that went to Fort
Hill. Yeah. He probably has a jersey already. Tucked in his backpack.
Jimmy last weekend drafted him in our other league. However... It was the pick before somebody that's like huge on him. So Jimmy only picked him to piss off the other guy and then made fun of him for the rest of the draft.
That's good.
Anyway, enough Ty Johnson talk. Because whatever.
That's what the thing is. Their backfield is now Johnson and Johnson.
I know.
Yep.
Whatever.
Serving up baby shampoo.
But
no, this team's good. It's Tyreek Hill. How he avoided suspension, I will never understand. But hey,
whatever.
That's what I keep Patrick Mahomes to sort of keep Tyreek Hill slightly at bay.
Right.
But not enough apparently. The good thing, the thing is, I'm glad that Nick Foles isn't on that team right now. Which would have been a terrible keeper.
Right.
But Nick Foles is the bane of my existence since losing that championship to an 85-point performance.
I gotta say, I'm not huge on Corey Davis. I'm not huge on Mariota.
Well, he did only keep him for 1 year.
No, I agree.
He's limping into
it. I agree. But McCaffrey, man, God, that guy's a workhorse.
Yeah. He's gonna get broken in half one day. Little white dude. Doesn't have a quarterback
I hope
anymore.
It's not this year because I have him in a league. DeAndre Hopkins, I think this will be the year that he's not the number 1 wide receiver.
Okay.
But he is going to be like number 2. So,
well, he catches
whatever.
He catches everything within like a 12-foot radius of him.
Guy's a monster.
Yeah.
It frustrates me so much that this is the core team that Angie had for years.
He couldn't do anything
with it, and he wins 2 straight championships as soon as he takes over.
Yep. I mean, his pick was Tyreek Hill because
Cody.
He has no moral values other than to try to beat us in fantasy football.
Yeah.
And slowly get his way towards the Diamond Club.
Zero moral values.
Yep.
Cody, I remember when I traded up for Fournette, and that helped you get Hopkins.
Yeah.
And I
Wait, no. She had Hopkins. So I don't know what he's talking about. She had Hopkins.
Yeah, it hasn't. Hopkins has been franchised every year since you've had him.
She had Hopkins and Alshon.
Oh, I think he's talking about McCaffrey.
Okay, yeah, McCaffrey. That's right. He's talking about McCaffrey because you picked Leonard Fournette. Chris picked the guy who Kareem Hunt. And he picked Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah. I just couldn't bring myself to draft a white guy. I feel like Jeff Lee. That's a throwback to last season if you were involved.
Just watch the 16 hours of video that we put out there and you might figure it out.
Right.
There's more than that, I'm sorry. It's 32 hours of video.
It was a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot out there.
All right.
A lot of good commentary.
Let's move on from this garbage.
And talk about my team? Well, who I have ranked at number 3.
I have ranked number 1. Oh, ultralight team, an A.
Okay.
angry Pirates or happy Pirates. I'm not sure what you want to be.
We're still happy right now.
We're still happy.
We're still
okay.
happy.
Happy Pirates. I got an A+. The only team with an A+.
Well, thank you. I like my team.
I do too.
I like my team.
Tyreek Hill in the second round. That's garbage.
Yeah.
Anyway, to be honest, like when you were waffling back and forth,
like I do,
and you weren't going to keep Damian Williams, I was like, oh shit, what if Damian Williams makes it to me at number 4?
Yeah.
I was so happy, but I wasn't saying anything to you.
Of course not.
And when you sent that last message and you were like, should I shake it up last minute? And I was like, fuck no. And like, no, you shouldn't. God.
I got in under the wire, though. Just barely.
Forced me to do what I had to do.
Yep. No, that's fair. The thing is, like, in the end, the reason why I am not giving myself a better team is because I don't want to keep Patrick Mahomes, but then I also don't want to not enjoy watching football.
But the thing, like,
and it's fine. It's a fine keep, but I gave up Mike Evans for it, and that's terrible.
But the thing is like, Mahomes is going to score like 150 points more than the average quarterback.
Yeah.
Like, there's going to be 2 or 3 guys that are close to him, but all those guys are keepers too.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, the thing is, like, at this point, 11 quarterbats are keepers. So
I know.
Your sleeper quarterbacks are now going to be picked in round 7, and they'll be the first quarterback taken off the board.
Right. But a lot of people are saying Devontae Adams, number 1 wide receiver overall.
I like him.
Yeah. So, like, you got a potential DeAndre Hopkins threat on your team. You got Nick Chubb, who has nothing to worry about with Hunt, because it's going to be week 10.
Yeah.
And by that point, if they're like rocking, which they should be, if they're winning games and they're in the playoff contention and leading that division, they're not going to mix things up in week 10.
Right.
Like,
if he keeps the job, week 10, the name changes to the Chubby Pirates.
I like it.
Yep.
You heard it here first,
yep,
folks.
That's right. But that's the thing. I mean, the thing is, to keep him for 4 years, because I had to. But it's just, like, knowing that there is a running back of that caliber sitting there waiting was still hard to do.
Right, I know.
But, I mean,
I wish you wouldn't have kept him.
Running backs in general, as I said, I have to keep an emphasis on running backs in this league, especially when I don't pick until number 30. So, I don't know. I just, I wanted to lock up as long as I could, as many people as I could. And therefore,
yeah, you did that. Other than Adams,
yep, but the team is.
You can franchise Adams for 2 years and still be okay.
That's right.
And Kittle, I mean, Kittle's going to be number 2 or 3 tight end.
And he's just a good dude.
Whatever.
He's just a good dude.
Whatever.
Look at this super clean team I got here. They're squeaky clean.
Look, you can't tell me that. There's nobody that eats their steak with ketchup that doesn't have bodies buried somewhere in secret. Like, he's murdered people.
Yeah,
we just don't know about it yet.
We sacrificed him to the football gods.
And he could get away with murder in Kansas City right now.
Yeah, they don't care what he does.
The police would help him bury a body right now.
The only thing I regret is that it was his first year playing. I should be able to keep him on a rookie contract for 4 years.
Nope, not a rookie.
We're all good. You know, I like the team, but I think that there's good competition out there, and I have myself number 3. That's all I'm saying about my team.
All right, so I talked to the division winners.
I also know that I am due a huge dose of fantasy karma.
It's true.
I talked so much shit last year that something is going to go terribly wrong.
I'm due some karma as well. I've been losing this league for 15 years.
Yeah, you have the opposite karma.
I need you.
Yeah, that's all
right.
Give
me a little.
Yeah, I'll throw you some Juju.
Right.
Juju Smith-Schuster.
So before we wrap this up. This is extremely long. I don't even know how long
we wait around an hour.
I think so. But
thanks for sticking with us, Cody.
Yeah, and well, somebody dropped.
Oh, that's good.
We're down to 3.
Yep, that was good.
Cody dropped, but I don't know who else is left. 1 hour and 6 minutes.
Okay.
So almost the business hour. We're a little over.
We need to wrap it up.
So real quick, I talked to everybody that won divisions last year to try to get names for divisions. We have 2 to unveil tonight. The first one. Jeff Lee's division. Jeff Lee is naming it Andrew Luck's book club.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. So.
What
Cody is still here, so somebody else dropped. Oh, we're back up to 4.
There we go.
Look at that. Okay, we got it back.
Phasing out. I like that, though. I like that. You got to do something in your off time.
So Andrew Luck's book club. Yeah, and that's what he said. He said, well, he's not playing football anymore. What else is he going to do?
He is an educated man. I bet you he has a library full of mahogany and leather-bound books.
Sure he does. Yeah. And then the other person that got back to me was you. So why don't you let us know?
We're going to go with me and my homies.
Me and my homies. So that's 2 of the names. Yeah, Cody, I know you forgot. No big deal. I still need a name from you and Chris Limmer for your divisions, but we can unveil those at the draft on Sunday.
And you need to name the league.
Yeah, he's working on that, but I told him we don't unveil that until draft day.
Okay.
Got to talk to Chris Miller. I'm going to update the website on the other 2 keepers. And the only other thing I'm thinking, 2 o'clock start draft. I'm sure I'm going to reach out to all of you and pester you over the next couple of days. Other than that, I can't think of anything else.
Yeah, we'll look forward to talking to you in a couple of weeks.
We'll see how our rankings play out. And plus, look for our next video, our draft grades.
That's right.
Don't forget.
We know you're sitting there excited on the edge of your seat.
Right. So before we go out, check in with one last correspondent. Oh, shocked. Baker Mayfield is shocked at our keeper grades. All right, we'll catch you all next week or, weeks from now. Who knows?